The positions of the floor joists are determined by a number of factors, including the unsupported span, the depth of the joists, and the floor covering. The distance between floor joists is normally measured from the centre to the centre. Measuring from one side of the floor joists, mark their positions along the length of the wall plate, ensuring the first and last timbers are 50 mm away from the wall, or in this case, the end of the frame. If the positions of the floor joists will not fit equally within the given area, then the distance between the last two joists must be reduced to maintain the 50 mm margin from the end of the frame. Repeat the method of marking out on the opposite wall plate. Cut the floor joists to length and position them over the marking out on the wall plates. Secure the timber joists at both ends of the floor to the wall plates with galvanized roundhead nails. Place small blocks of timber on the two outer joists and stretch a string line over the top of them. Use another block of timber to measure the margins between the top of the floor joists and the underside of the string line. Any differences can be corrected with the use of packing. Divide the total length of one floor joist by 4, providing the distances required between the strutting. Installing strutting into the floor structure will add stability and prevent the joists from twisting, which could cause damage to the ceiling finish below. Mark the positions of the strutting on the top edge on the two outer joists before stretching a chalk line between them to create straight lines across the remaining joists. Transfer the marking out positions from the top edges of the joists onto the sides with a square. Use a combination square to mark approximately 5 mm from the top and bottom edges along the marking outlines on the sides of the joists. Offcuts from the floor joists are normally reduced by 10 mm in their width to use as solid strutting. They are then simply cut to the same length as the distance between the floor joists and positioned either side of the marking outline, bridging across the top of the joists. Mark the depth of the joists on their top edge before deducting the 10 mm margin required for the strutting. Align a length of the herringbone strutting with the top and bottom marking outlines and mark a pencil line along the underside at both ends. Repeat this method for another section of timber before cutting both pieces to length. Make a shallow saw cut in each end of the strutting to enable a fixing to be inserted without the risk of splitting during or after fixing. Use 50 mm clout nails to secure the strutting either side of the centre line marked on the floor joists. secure both parts of the strutting together to add additional strength. Proprietary strutting is commonly used in industry these days because it's simple to install and yet very effective. It's commonly available in standard lengths to suit the most common joist centres and secured with several clout nails inserted into the fixing holes located on either end.